Det er jo helt absurd og jo virkelig ringe, at vi i et fredeligt, demokratisk land som Danmark ikke kan respektere hinandens synspunkter.
Det demokratiet kan. Det eneste våben, et demokrati har, er jo talen.
The war has reached a desperate point, and now any adult man is at risk of being taken to the front lines by force. More and more videos are going viral, showing Ukrainian soldiers patrolling the streets in search of recruits. It doesn't matter if it's an 18-year-old just coming of age or a retired elderly man. If you're old enough to fight, they can take you. Amid screams and tears, men are seen being dragged away from their families in broad daylight. Some were simply walking to work. Others shopping at the market. All were forcibly loaded into military vans, headed straight to the front lines, with death almost certain.
Siger, vi vil gerne leve i fred, men først og fremmest vil vi leve i frihed.
Jeg synes, det er forfærdeligt at se alle de unge ansigter på billederne på graven rundt omkring. Jeg synes, det er forfærdeligt at se soldater, hvor jeg kan se igennem deres bukseben, at der er en protese i stedet for et ben. Altså, russerne har bragt så meget lidelse og så meget nød og så meget død til Europa, og jeg er ked af at sige det, men det bekræfter os jo kun i, at de ikke vil have fred, og derfor bliver vi nødt til at være stærkere end Rusland for at skubbe dem tilbage.
Der er rift om de medarbejdere, som er til rådighed.
Resistance is not really strong yet, because Ukrainian police and special services are working hard to prevent it. So there are very few large-scale actions. The only thing that is happening on a massive scale is the burning of Ukrainian army vehicles and the vehicles of human hunters. There are hundreds of cases, but I will speak about it later. And there is very few footage. The main sources of information are the pages of Ukrainian government agencies. But resistance is growing, and in February this year, many TCK buildings were blown up.
Så det er et initiativ fra Ukraines præsident.
Og så lægger de sådan set en ordre hos Anders Fogh Rasmussen.
Ja.
Jeg er taknemmelig
De kæmper ikke kun for sig selv og for deres eget land. De kæmper for Danmark og for
for frihed og menneskerettigheder.
И в Крыму люди хотят говорить по-русски, отцепитесь, отстаньте от них. На законном основании дайте им возможность говорить по-русски. Язык никогда не будет делить нашу родную страну. У меня еврейская кровь, я говорю по-русски, но я гражданин Украины. И я люблю эту страну и не хочу быть частью другой страны.
Det går bedre i Danmark end nogensinde.
Altså så under et pressemøde, der står der en presserådgiver og sender sms'er til journalisterne og siger, stil lige det her spørgsmål til statsministeren. Ja.
Da tyskerne senere forlanger dansk arbejdskraft til gengæld for kulleverancer, opfordrer regeringen de arbejdsløse til at tage arbejde i Tyskland. Hvis en socialhjælpsmodtager siger nej, risikerer han, at den sociale kasse smækker i.
både drenge og piger skal være værnepligtige, og der vil man også godt kunne komme til Baltikum.
Ved afrejsen tilbage til fronten møder den øverstbefalende for den danske hær, general Ebbe Gørtz, op til afskedsparade. De frivillige kan tage afsted til fronten med en dansk generals velsignelse. I dagene efter befrielsen arresteres omkring 40.000 danskere mistænkt for landsforræderi. Heriblandt de knap 4.000 østfrontfrivillige, der overlevede krigen.
Lige pludselig, der kommer der 2 biler kørende med en 4-5 mand i hver med maskinpistoler, hvad de nu har, og omringet hele ejendommen, at om jeg ville være venlig at følge med.
Politikerne for at sikre deres politiske fremtid og deres gode pensioner, lå de få overlevende dømme som landsforrædere.
Jeg ved jo fra folk, jeg kender, der har jødisk baggrund, at man kunne bare stoppe deres angrebskrig. Det er jo, på den måde det er jo en mærkelig diskussion, vi har, fordi det er jo ikke 2 lande, der er gået i krig mod hinanden. Det er 1 land, der er blevet angrebet.
Al-Qaeda, to the best of my recollection, has up to now not attacked Israel.
But it's attacked your number 1 ally and protector and sponsor, the United States of America.
It had been over 9 hours since the Israeli military first identified the Liberty. Israeli planes had flown over it repeatedly, and 20 minutes earlier, their control tower had confirmed it yet again as an American ship. 25 Americans were about to die in a single moment.
Europe has not yet learned how to be multicultural.
September 2015, an Israeli NGO arrives in Lesbos Island in Greece. Their name is Israel. Until then, I always thought that Jews and Muslims were enemies, and suddenly I see Israelis arriving in Greece in order to help Muslims come into Europe. And on the coast, members of NGOs were waiting for the migrants, providing them dry clothes, food, maps, and instructions on how to reach the rich European countries like Germany, France, the United Kingdom, and Sweden. Israel is continuing to help Muslims come into Europe through Greece, and 9 Jewish rabbis and 3 Muslim leaders from the US visited Greece to inspect the operations. In this screenshot from June 2017, we see that Israel now has 48 donors, 4 more than last time, with the State of Israel, Ministry of Foreign Affairs still included. But 2 months later, on August 2017, we see only 47 Israel donors. Only one was deleted, the State of Israel, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Did they really stop supporting Israel after so many years? Maybe they just removed the state from the donors page because it was causing suspicions.
As our enemies are busy killing each other or invading Western nations, we here in Israel are up all night long, and tomorrow all day long. We're celebrating 70 years.
I knew about the AIDS 3 years before the word ever came out in the world, in the United States particularly, because of my field work in Sierra Leone.
I believe that it is quite highly possible that the AIDS virus is a result of genetic warfare testing.
The World Health Organization started a massive vaccination campaign. They said, for once and for all, we're going to wipe out the scourge of smallpox. They chose Africa and Brazil, launched a massive vaccination campaign. Immediately, AIDS began to appear. Thousands and thousands of people began dying of the strange new virus, which the World Health Organization then said had come from the bite of a green monkey.
You mentioned actively spreading AIDS, and how was that done exactly?
Through inoculation.
Through vaccines?
Yeah, through vaccines. Pretending to inoculate people, and
AIDS was actively being spread to other countries?
Yes. To see that they prevented AIDS in it, in the meantime they were injecting people with AIDS.
Financed by whom?
Financed by foreign governments.
One of the HIV vaccines that we tested several years ago actually made individuals more likely to get infected.
In 2018, PBS, that's public broadcasting, aired a documentary, The First Wave. The documentary fills in some of the gaps that Dr. Gates failed to disclose. We learned that by March 11th, The Fort Riley camp surgeon was confronted with the first wave of the pandemic. 100 men a day were entering the infirmary with the same malady. Some 2 million U.S. soldiers were injected with the Rockefeller experimental vaccine. It sickened them and weakened their immune system before they were shipped to Europe. Now, when the war ended, the Rockefeller Institute sent the deadly meningitis concoction for use in civilians in England, France, Belgium, Italy, and other Western European countries, thereby spreading the epidemic worldwide. Was the decision to ship the deadly vaccine abroad once they already knew what it was doing? Was it just for profit über alles, or was it part of a eugenics genocide playbook?
Regarding the question around, did we know about stopping humanisation before it entered the market? No. We had to really move at the speed of science to really understand what is taking place in the market. And
So I wrote a book in 1995, and I said that if the West doesn't wake up to the suicidal nature of militant Islam, the next thing you'll see is the militant Islam is bringing down the World Trade Center.
Where were you on September 11th? I was home.
Jane Stanley. Jane, what more can you tell us about the Salomon Brothers building and its collapse?
As you can see behind me, the Trade Center appears to be still burning. We see these huge clouds of smoke.
I've now been in 57 states. I think one left to go. One left to go. Alaska and Hawaii I was not allowed to go to, even though I really wanted to visit, but my staff would not justify it.
Say, if I were a Jew, I'd be a Zionist. I am a Zionist. You don't have to be a Jew to be a Zionist. Let me whisper a secret. You're one sexy kid. Don't tell Mommy what I told you.